I mean, right now we don't have a clear-cut DH, so it'll be matchup related. We can use it, for giving guys like the kind of the half day, so to speak. So I wouldn't say it'd necessarily be a rotation with some guys, but we will use it as an opportunity to get guys off their feet on the field, and then we'll use the guys on the bench, get them at bats, stay sharp, and we'll use it based on the matchups.
One characteristic of your bench is there's not like that right now, that veteran bench guys. You have a bunch of young, unproven guys. How unique is that? Positives, challenges?
I think it's probably both, right? You like the enthusiasm, the opportunity, guys, getting the chance to do that. That is, coming off the bench is one of the harder things to do in a really hard game. So, and one of the things that is another challenge for young players typically, but I do have confidence, which I'll get to in a moment, with our with our young players, is they come up through the minor league system and they're everyday players, and so traditionally some of your better bench players in general are guys that have been regulars and then have learned to go and play at the big league level and come off the bench. That being said, I've had opportunity to be with guys like Alan Craig, who's in this organization, who came up and was a bench player and came up to bench hit, and guys like Daniel Descalzo and John Jay that were on World Series championship teams that came up as young players that were bench players and then turned into everyday players. And I think we've got the opportunity for that to happen here. We've got guys that came up, got good experiences last year, especially towards the end of the year, that will have a chance to be on our bench, that understand what that role looks like, getting more comfortable being in the big leagues, and have the ability to move around and go in and play defense, bench run, and take at bats. So, and also bring the energy that we expect out of the bench guys as well. So, it's no perfect solution, and I like the guys that we have that we're going to give opportunities to.
The last couple of years, camp has been maybe a little more like set roster-wise, like going into camp, there weren't as many places available. What are, from your experience, what are the differences in a camp where is clearly so much opportunity available versus when it's as set as maybe it was last season?
Yeah, it's the most open camp I've been here. Here this year relative to my managing experience. I think it's great. It's spring training, the guys are going to get after it. Guys are going to get opportunities, and you don't want to over-evaluate in spring training, but the reality is we're going to make decisions based on what it looks like, and we got open spots in a lot of different areas in our club, and we'll see who can grab them.
Who's pitching on Friday, the second game?
Yeah, I know you guys maybe see some of the list on the clubhouse. It's not in any particular absolute order, so we'll let you know as we go. But Ruben's going to finalize that with me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Darvish and what he might do next have anything to do with that in terms of that schedule there, the Friday-ish?
Yeah, we'll touch base with you. He just threw his live yesterday. He's in a really good place, recovering well. Just a matter of, he's earned the right to, decide when he wants to compete in a game in spring training.
Is Jackson playing on Thursday?
I'm going to finish the lineup. What do you think?
Well, maybe, but I was more curious about where he would be playing when he plays.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't the question I asked. But
right. Yeah.
When he plays.
When he plays?
Where will he be?
It's a good question. He's probably going to start in the outfield at some point initially, and then get some opportunities in the infield. Whether he plays center or left, TBD. But a good chance he gets his first opportunity in the outfield.
It sounds like you guys are pretty intentional about keeping him getting those reps in the infield when there's more opportunity available in the outfield. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we got open competition, and we also want to make sure we keep a guy that's got a skill set to play in the infield that's very high and proven to make sure he doesn't lose it. So it's a balancing act. The biggest thing with Jackson right now is making sure we're managing his load. He's a really guy that loves to play and is eager, always looking for extra work, wants ground balls, wants extra work in the outfield. And so we're getting him work at both. We're trying to be really judicious in what that looks like.
Speaking of the outfield opportunities, Jose Azocar, I mean, he's obviously been a significant part of this team the last couple of years, but this would appear to be a real chance for him to earn potentially a starting role. How do you frame what he's been the last couple of years and the opportunity he has?
Kind of piggybacking on Ace's question about guys coming up, you know, you can call him Sugar, but, you know, he's done a nice job coming off the bench, getting his feet under him a little bit more secure about, you know, and it is just a learning curve of getting to the big leagues. Okay, how's the feeling out process? That's a real thing, and you know, to his credit, he's taken advantage of his opportunities, and now he's got his feet firmly planted, and he's going about camp in a really assertive way that is really positive, and he's having a good camp, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do.
So we can say about Darvish now, but how about Yuki Matsui? He has 2 days rest and pitching, 2 days rest. It means the next step is Thursday. So
Yeah, it's a good chance he's going to throw on Thursday in relief of Joe. You know, where I can't tell you exactly, but he's got a good opportunity to get in the game.
Joe King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Just wanted to double check on that. Right.
Right. So, and as always, I mean, listen, I can tell you these guys are pitching these days. It's always fluid, and if they don't pitch, it's not. I mean, it clearly could be something of significance, but typically it's just the fact that we move guys around, and there's a lot of them. So just throw that out there.
Anything new with the visa guys?
I have not heard anything new. No, I have not. So kind of status quo from last time.
Have you gotten your visa for Korea?
I do. I do have it. TJ Lucida, who's amazing, is taking good care of me and us. I don't know about you, Scan. You got your visa?
It's all covered. TJ's on it.
Okay, good. Done.
Done. Exactly. That's the word.